Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus La Soul and I'm back. And I wanted to talk about this. Now, first let's talk about Nam, right? I know a lot of people was talking about Nam, getting excited about Nam, but I wasn't really impressed with anything that they brought out at Nam. Um, and honestly, I don't feel like anything is groundbreaking or new that would dramatically improve overall music production. I'm just saying that, to be honest. Um, if you want to learn how to make beats, right, watch beat makers that actually make beats. Not the YouTube popular ones, like the ones that actually make good beats to learn how to make beats and what they use. Now, it's a good channel. I think it's TMO. I think it's DJ Cannon. He does the videos on there and he interviews these legendary music producers, right? And hip hop, I'll say the past 20, 30 years, right? And outside of a few of them, it's a lot of them that you can, you know, I would suggest mirroring when it comes to gear. You got his interview with Drummer Boy. He used the MPC 4000 or the 2000 XL, right? He used modules, right? Rack modules. He used what is it? The Roland Phantom module and the Yamaha module. Now I got the keyboard that got all the sounds in it. And it's a good standard board. I would not get rid of it. Same thing with 2000 XL. It needs to be refurbished, but I wouldn't get rid of it because of the simplicity, the muscle memory, and the quality of sound and workflow you can get if you just striving to make beats. D Rich was another one. He used the MPC 1000 with the Kronos, Korg Kronos, and the Roland Phantom. And he made a lot of hits with that and he still use it. And it was good to see stuff like that because it's like the trend on YouTube is to have like a studio full of gear. And really, it's not even about the gear, it's really about the techniques and the taste or preference of the person who's making the beat and how they maximize the tools they have at their disposal without being bogged down with having so many options and so many different things that primarily you're not going to use in today's beat making market or whatever, unless you're striving to do something new, which is very hard because you have a lot of emulators and a lot of just people who aren't really musical that can do beats, and anybody can do beats. So I would suggest that all that shit they showed in Nam, it's a hard pass for me. The only thing that I thought was would be pretty decent is the Core Chronos 3, but it's basically the same thing as any other Chronoses. It just has more modern stuff, and if you have one of the older ones, you can basically upgrade it by just upgrading your software on your Chronos. The load time still be trash, but the newer one is still priced at a good price. But you rather invest in good tools than buy up a bunch of shit that you can't even flip or is not going to serve you in the long run. You know. Also, I enjoyed the Ninth Wonder rhythm roulette, both episodes he did. But the recent one, it was a master class. It was perfect. It was so easy. It helped me really to like simplify my workflow because like literally when he made a beat, and I think he made like 6 or 7 beats. Um, his setup is different from mine. I make my stuff from scratch, so my approach I had to modify it a little bit, but overall, it still was simple. He had some type of melodic phrasing from what he sampled from, or he might sample something with like a vocal chop that he might mix in there because that's his style. And he had a simple drum beat that was literally one bar, and it just looped. And then he had maybe one plugin that he used, the Mode Model D app, to lay down a bass line if he felt that he needed to lay a bass line if the sample he was using didn't even have a bass in it. So it was beautiful. But it's really that simple. And it don't matter what style you're doing, it's really that simple. You know? So yeah, just think about that. Like I know a lot of these YouTubers, they in lead with these companies and they get kickbacks or they get free gear or stuff and they're gonna push it on their audience. But really find out how you work, what sound you're going for, and then just maximize that. Like right now, I got my force to the side. I'm learning Ableton, and I already got Bitwig, and I'm getting more efficient on that, and I'm just developing a workflow on either one because I can use anything from Ableton, save it as a session, and bring it into Bitwig. I'm trying to figure out how to get the instruments to go in there. Can't really use their native instruments because it don't really transfer over, nor the samples be in the drum racks. Whenever I flip it over, I have to re-put the samples in their spots, but the MIDI transfer, so that's cool. And yeah, and I can always transfer anything that I make on the Force, save it as a Ableton live session, and bring it straight into Bitwig, and I'm cooking. So my setup is really easy. And just keep shit simple, bro. Beat making should be like a flow state. Get on it, make you a little drum loop, play some chords, add a simple bass line, nothing too convoluting, and then maybe add one or two more sounds, just so I can have variety, so I can have an A/B section, and maybe something like an intro, outro, and then I'm done. Move on to the next, and it's like I pump it out faster now than I did before because, like I said, it's easy to see that try to improve your channel, but at the end of the day, it's really about production and about how productive you can be and how efficient you can be on the tools you already have. So shout out to DJ Cannon for his channel. In the interviews he done with the people he brought on there and them showing what they used to make these hits and what they still probably use to this day. Um, Shout out Ninth Wonder for his master class on rhythm roulette. And yeah, let me know what you think, about any of the newer gear, how you feel about it, or how you felt about any of those channels and those interviews or those demonstrations of the mastery, the simplicity of making beats. And with that, I'm Mike Venus. Till next time, Mike out.